My 2008 Saab 97X has a P0521 error code. That means engine oil pressure sensor switch range performance problem. So we're going to replace it. I'll show you how it's done. Here's our new oil pressure switch. I'll have a link in the description. Here's the little filter that comes with this particular one. You're also going to need this socket, link in the description to this. This is a Lyle oil pressure switch socket. And a standard tool set like this should really be all you need. This is a 3/8 drive, so we're going to need a 3/8 ratchet and an extension. And maybe the wobble socket. All right, let's get this cover off of here. Now this is pretty hard to see and pretty hard to film, but our oil pressure switch is back down in here. You're going to be doing a lot of this by feel. Fortunately though, I have an LS engine that's very similar to the one in this Saab. So this is the back of the engine. Here's our intake manifold. We're coming in from this direction right here. And this is the sensor we want to take off. You're going to have to reach under, pop it up like that. This is what it looks like. You know, this one actually looks like this one's leaking. All you do to remove it, you're going to get your socket on there, over the intake, and then loosen it up. Out she comes. And here's your old oil pressure sensor. Somebody's messed with this one before because the filter is missing. Okay, let me get the one off the Saab now. I am using a steps tool to make it a little bit easier to get back here. Okay, I'm going to take you in so you can see it. This wiring harness right here is in the way a little bit. So we're just going to move this wiring harness out of the way. You can see it right there. Really got to reach around. Really got to reach around the engine. I think you can see the connector right there. All right. Look at the oil that came off it. It's leaking. It's definitely a bad sensor. I did end up using an additional extension to get in there. I think maybe you can see the extension and the wobble socket and the wobble drive there. And it's coming out. So here's our old sensor. Now underneath this is a screen. This is what the screen should look like. Now you saw in our other engine that it didn't have the screen. I'm just going to use this bolt that I had kicking around. I'm going to stick it down in there, start threading it. It'll catch that, and then I should be able to just pull it out. Now if this doesn't work, I'll just go up to the house and get a lag bolt. So something like this, or a lag bolt screw, you know, should work. Now you can also not replace that screen. I mean, they sell this oil pressure sensor without the screen, so that's up to you. Now the new oil pressure sensor already has thread sealant on it, so we don't need to add anything to it. We can just go ahead and screw this in and then tighten it down with our socket. Okay, we're all set. Make sure you get your connector back down all the way. If it had oil on it like mine did, make sure you clean it off. Also, just a fair warning, I did knock the, yeah, see it's really loose. The PCV fitting is right here. So make sure you don't knock that off on yours and then not see it. You'll have a giant vacuum leak and it will not run well. Time to fire it up, make sure our error message is gone. And then we have a working oil pressure gauge. All right, no more check engine light. We do still have the service tire monitor error, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Well, it's not that bad of a job, and if I can do it, you can do it. So like, subscribe, comment. I'll see y'all down the road. Links to everything in the description.